friends come over and you don't want them to see that your family's on welfare, so you hide the cheese and shit like that. You know, that's real.
Before Eminem would be crowned the king of hip-hop, selling 10 #1 records and 220 albums worldwide, Marshall Mathers was a lonely kid growing up in a black, lower-class Detroit neighborhood who had aspirations to be a comic book artist. He was also often bullied, and he nearly committed suicide 2 years before his big break. I'm Michael McCrudden, profiling the life of Eminem before his fame on Before They Were Famous. Eminem was born Marshall Bruce Mathers III on October 17, 1972. Throughout his childhood, Eminem and his mother would travel between Missouri and Michigan, never staying in a home for more than a year or two, often living with relatives. Marshall Mathers spent his formative years growing up in Detroit in a lower middle-class black neighborhood. On his block, he was one of 3 white families, and he would often get beaten up and bullied, one time to the extent where he suffered a head injury. He was noted at this time for being a happy kid, but a bit of a loner. As a child, Marshall Mathers found an interest in storytelling, and he aspired to be a comic book artist. That was until he found hip-hop. He heard his first rap song at the age of 9, titled Reckless, featuring Ice-T on the album Breakin', and from there he was hooked. At the age of 14, Eminem was very active in the underground hip-hop scene in Detroit. He would attend neighboring schools for freestyle battles, and on Saturdays he would attend the hip-hop shop. He struggled throughout, but eventually built himself a strong reputation in the underground hip-hop scene.
I can tell you whack as fuck, and I ain't even hear you rap yet. Look at you thinking I'm about to whip his ass, cause I'ma do some ring shit, plus I get to go last. Well guess what, even if I go first, it's no words, my chick's still gonna demolish show verse. I'm about to slice you like a ginseng, and anything you say can and will be used against you.
Eminem spent 3 years in the 9th grade due to poor attendance and bad grades. At the age of 17, he dropped out of high school altogether. He began working several different jobs, helping his mother pay the bills, and when she would head out to bingo, he would crank the stereo and write lyrics. At this time, he also met Kim Scott, who would later become his wife. She was 2 years younger than him, she was a runaway, she moved in with the Mathers. Based on his growing reputation and profile, Eminem was asked to join several different rap groups in Detroit. He joined. He was also signed by FBD Productions and produced his first album, Infinite. Infinite wasn't the success he was hoping for. Disc jockeys refused to play it, saying this white guy should get into rock and roll. This got Eminem very angry, and he decided to switch up his style, crafting moodier tracks and also coming up with some comedic, satirical material. During this time, Eminem and Kim welcomed Haley, their first child, into the world. Eminem was working at a family restaurant as a dishwasher and a cook, earning minimum wage, working 60 hours a week. To make matters worse, the house they lived in was getting burglarized on the regular. Soon after this time, he was fired from the restaurant he was working at. He was also battling an addiction to alcohol and drugs, and he attempted suicide. In the spring of 1997, Eminem went on to record his EP, the Slim Shady EP, which the Source magazine picked up and put Eminem in its unsigned hype column in 1998. Around this time, Eminem was evicted from his home. He made way to Los Angeles to participate in the Rap Olympics. He placed second in the Rap Olympics, but it was enough publicity, enough press. Somehow, Dr. Dre got a hold of the Slim Shady EP. He played it and immediately said, "Find him now."
You sold out like Ticketmaster outlet. Ha ha, I bust and I crust. I don't give a fuck. Ain't no way that you can fuck with us. Yo, I'm giving back with tip shit. I'll laminate that ass in the bags and wear it at the Rap Olympics.
Now working under Dr. Dre, Eminem dropped his first major album release in February 1999, the Slim Shady LP. Well, this became one of the hottest albums of the year, going triple platinum, eventually going 4 times platinum. Kids across America, around the world, were tuning in to hear what Eminem had to say. He had this crazy dark history, he had some violent lyrics. Obviously, conservative America, they weren't into it, but that was all controversy that fueled his voice, got him the publicity, and everyone listening to what this master genius of the art had to say. And that's when he became famous. I'm Michael McCrudden. Thank you for watching Before They Were Famous. Right now we featured Eminem, but I do videos of all sorts of celebrities, so make sure you like, subscribe. Thanks a lot.